Welcome to Lockport Express Hockey, broadcast live on East Niagara Post.
Is with us tonight. Thanks. So what we want to do is just kind of ask Mr. Generate a few questions and see what he thinks. So you, sir, are responsible for, over the years, the rise in the popularity of hockey. What do you think when you see a facility like this in a town like Lockport, where hockey's starting to really grow again after a hiatus for 2 decades?
First of all, you're stealing my speech, but...
Oh, go ahead, please. Don't let me steal anything. Go right ahead.
Not at all. I think it's gorgeous. I think the whole complex is gorgeous. I was expecting a one-dot arena when I drove here today. I had no idea what it was going to look like until I got in and they started to point out the various opportunities that they have within this entire complex. It's awesome.
Now, you had some words you want to say about Ted Darling and the facility. Ted Darling, a longtime resident of Lockport, worked alongside with you as part of the Sabre broadcast team. Is there anything you wanted to say on this, the day that we go ahead and memorialize Mr. Darling?
Well, absolutely. Ted, of course, is a very big part of my life, too, and particularly when we work together. And I know the whole Darling family is here as well. And I was thinking when I was driving over today that when I was a youngster growing up in a small town, much smaller than Lockport, they built a facility much like this. Not quite as grandiose, but it indeed was a facility that proved to be a melting pot for the community. And everybody came to meet and to enjoy themselves, and I think that that's what you'll find here in Lockport, too.
Well, we had an arena. It was a great place to meet. Now we have another one. I did want to ask you, as a lifelong Sabre fan, what's it going to mean to you to be the guy that calls the last game in the Stanley Cup Finals when we all are bawling our eyes out and Rick Generate is telling us that we finally won a cup? What's that going to mean to you?
I think I'll wait for that moment and then I'll figure it out when it comes. I've been disappointed too many times in the past. I'll wait for it.
Well, I just want to thank you from all the Sabre fans for everything that you've done for us, and we look forward to hearing your voice for a long time to come.
Well, thank you, and I also like to point out the fact that Ted Darling was certainly a big friend of mine, and that he is also the voice of the Buffalo Sabres.
Thank you, Rick.
To all to rise, take remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by our Lockport's own Pete Robinson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran those singing did prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
None of us would be here today if it wasn't for the hard work of a lot of people that made this dream of a new arena into a reality. So our special thanks go out to all of the Cornerstone committee in putting this ring together. Representing them here today with a special announcement, John Taviano.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the president of Lockport Ice Arena and Sports Center, Inc., the owners and developers of this magnificent facility. I'm pleased to announce this afternoon that the William R. Keenan Charitable Trust awarded us a $1.2 million grant, and within a few weeks, ring number 2 will now be known as the William R. Keenan Ring. I'd like to thank the Great Lewis Foundation, those up in the suite, for facilitating that grant. They did a lot of hard work, which we sincerely appreciate. I would also like to call everyone's attention to the Cornerstone contributor plaque in the main vestibule. If you'd like to become a part of that family, please see Patricia Mary and our executive director, Jamie Sullivan. Thank you very much, and have fun.
On behalf of the Hockey Day at Lockport Committee, sponsored by Howell Motors, we would like to thank those representing the rink here today with a jersey that was signed from Hockey Night in Canada by Don Sherry and Ron McLean, wishing Lockport the best of luck in their new barn. We're glad to be here today for the Howell Motors Hockey Day in Lockport. Howell Motors stepped up very early on to make this a huge and exciting event. On behalf of Howell Motors, we welcome for an announcement for the Hall of Fame for Lockport Hockey, Mike Lander.
First of all, thank you all for attending today's event. Thank you to the committee that put it together. What a day. We thought we'd see something like this, eh? I hope everyone's enjoying this historic event. On February 6th, we'll be having another historic event at this beautiful arena. We'll be honoring some of the people who have made hockey in this area possible through their playing abilities and being great teammates, coaching and mentoring talents, generosity as contributors, and founders. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for all of their hard work, time, and energy, and knowledge. The first inductees into the Howell Motorsport Hockey Hall of Fame are under the Founders category, which will not be a yearly category, will be Dr. W. James Westacre, Dr. Ralph W. Lewis, DVM, John Gerald York Jr. Under the Contributors category is Donald G. Kaufman, Dr. Albert G. Knatt, and Peter K. Wendell. Under the Coaches category, Robert L. Stratton, Vic Cook, and Bill Watson. Under the Players category is Jim Musto, Richard G. Panett, Tom Snedeker, Jeffrey Thompson, Terry P. Dixon, and last but not least, Rick Everhart.
On behalf of the Hockey Day Committee, we'd like to present Mike with his own Hockey Day Lockport jersey. At this point, we have been thrilled to have a lot of participation to make this day happen. That includes the Buffalo Sabres and the Buffalo Sabres Alumni Association. On behalf of the Buffalo Sabres Alumni Association, we're pleased to have here in attendance today Derek Smith of the Buffalo Sabres. And thrilled to have Rick Generat in the building here today to say a few words.
Thank you. At the risk of repeating myself, and I shall, I grew up in a small town, North Shore of Lake Superior, running looking for it, so that I think to try and find it. But the one thing that we did have when I was about 12 years old, they built a recreation center complex, which included an arena. Up until that, it had been all outdoors. Now keep in mind that this was back in the 1950s, and at that time there was no such thing as social media, so it became a melting pot. It was a social place to go. It wasn't just for recreation. It was also for socializing. And as I look around this edifice today, I can see that exactly the same thing is going to happen here and is happening here. And it's wonderful to make it a focal point of the community and a melting pot for the community. And this is something that you should be very proud of, and I know you are, and you will continue to be for many years. The Darling family is here because the patriarch of the Darling family, Ted, is about to be honored as well. And the only thing that I have to say about that is how come I get to be so old and Sheila gets to be so young? Believe me, she looks great. I would also like to say that over the years, there's been so many great things that have happened to me in Western New York. But one of the greatest was being able to call Ted Darling my friend. And Ted, of course, left us all too soon. But I want you all to remember, please, that Ted Darling is, was, and always shall be the voice of the Buffalo Sabres.
Atkinson couldn't get it. Back to the point. Hamilton to Martin. There's a shot. He scores! Rick Martin!
Hi, I'm Mike Landers, president of Howell Motors Ford, and the proud sponsor of the Lockport Express Junior A hockey team.
When winter comes, be sure you have a new Ford vehicle, like this 2016 Ford Escape. It can stop and handle in all weather, like our exciting hockey team. Looking for a truck for winter? Don't forget the 2015 Ford F-150.
Remember, when choosing your next vehicle, be like the Lockport Express. Be on the winning team, the Howell Motors Ford team.
Name and position and title?
Rick Everhart, head coach, Lockport Varsity.
Tim Willett, assistant coach, Lockport Varsity.
All right, first thing I'm going to ask you guys, hockey day in Lockport. Beautiful day today, hasn't it been?
It was outstanding. I'm exhausted. Playing the game, preparing for my game, high school game. So I'm physically drained right now, but good day. And we had a win last night. 3-2 win over Churchville Chatelaine.
When you're out on the ice before your alumni game, and Rick Generette was here, and Derek Smith, and the mayor, and you looked up in the stands and around the rink, can you believe the amount of people who were here?
I can't believe that it was a packed house. It brought back the 80s, like when, the feeling whenever we packed the house, basically.
And we had the big Ted Darling unveiling.
Yes.
And did you know Ted's family?
I coached Timmy Darling in 1992, so I did know the Darlings.
And you're going to be one of the inaugural members of the Hockey Hall of Fame here for Lockport.
Yes, I am as a hockey player. Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes.
Playing the game today, you got some pretty good support. And of course, you're getting photobombed by Steve.
Yeah.
You had some pretty good support from the fans today. A lot of cheering going on for you guys.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, a lot of cheering. I was actually, my legs are like rubber. I was actually very nervous to play. And I was so excited, then when I got on the ice, I turned into jello because I was just nervous. I didn't know what it was going to be, announcing my name, playing in front of my players. So I didn't play the best, but it was still a great day.
Now, speaking of your players, you had a game tonight and you had a game last night. Can you tell us a little bit about, we'll start with last night's game.
We went up 1-0 in the first, and they scored 2 quick goals on us, and going into the third we were down 2-1, and then third period we came out in the first 2 minutes and scored 2 quick goals and ended up winning the game 3-2 and knocked out Churchville Chatelaine, who plays these guys. But this team that we played tonight was very, very good. They're a prep school, so I don't think we'll see competition like this in our division this year.
Now, even in losses like tonight's loss, you had to see something in your players that could help your team grow. What did you see tonight?
First off, my goalie was a brick wall. He stopped over 60 shots. I liked we did some nice passing. I think Borak, what was it, Borak? Kellen and Ryan, both see big passes. We just weren't strong enough, I don't think, to play with these guys. But we did tie 1-1 in the third. It was a 1-1 game in the third. So they did bounce back.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Guys, they kept their heads on the bench. Sometimes you get in a game like that, and especially with high schoolers, they start kind of losing a little bit of self-control, and we didn't really have that issue. I mean, we took some penalties we didn't want to take, but I think they were more just aggressive plays during the game. We didn't really have any issues on the bench. They came out, even in between periods, the second and third period, they were ready to go. They wanted to come right back out and play in the third. It wasn't like they had their heads down and didn't want to play. And I think you saw that in the third. They came back and we played 1-1 tie in the third, which is good.
Yeah, there was definitely no hanging heads in the third period.
No, and they knew this team was very good, and they just gave it their all, and it makes them better. So the next team we play, Hamburg, which won't be as good as this team, so we might knock Hamburg off.
And when is Hamburg game?
Hamburg is Tuesday.
And it'll be here or
here Tuesday night? Yeah, 7:30. So 7:30 here Tuesday.
We'll hopefully get a house full again.
I know.
It'd be nice. Yeah. It's always nice when the kids come out and the parents. I mean, parents come out, but a lot of the kids from school like to come out and support the team, which is good.
Were any of the kids nervous today when they saw 600 people here for their game?
I honestly don't think they were.
Yesterday's game, there was just as many.
Really?
Yeah, it was packed. It was a full house.
But it's a beautiful thing for Cornerstone and for Lockport to have all these people coming out for all the games, for the Express games, the Clarence games, the Lockport games. it's Hockey Central in Niagara County.
I know it is. It's just like old days, like the 80s, like when I grew up, so.
All right, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you very much. You.
Hi, Judge Watson. How's it going?
Going well, thank you.
Big day here.
It was a great day. Oh man, it's still going, so it's amazing. Surpassed all the expectations that you could have. So many people came through here, all the families, all the community.
Good work, Billy.
That truly was an amazing day.
Now, when you were out on the ice for the ceremony, for the Ted Darling thing, you looked up in the stands and along the edge of the ice and saw all those people. You had to feel good about that, didn't
Well,
you?
absolutely. Remind me of the days in the Keenan Center when we used to play high school hockey and the place would be packed. You know, none of the away teams wanted to come down to the Keenan Center to play hockey because they knew the crowd would be rocking the place. And today, even though they're both Lockport teams, all the families still came out and made some noise and had a great time.
And I think, you talk about the away teams didn't want to come to Keenan Center. It's starting to grow that way here at Cornerstone.
Absolutely. Last night they had their first home opener for the varsity here this season, and the place was packed. And it was an exciting one-goal game, and the crowd was cheering, and that's what this whole thing is all about. Giving these kids the same experiences that we had as children, to grow up and have things to cherish as you move forward and can pass it along to the next generation.
Now, playing in the vintage alumni game, I don't feel like we should be old enough to be the vintage yet, but...
I believe I'm on the top end of the vintage almost, but we had 5 guys from 1978, our oldest graduating class that played here today, had a full line. It was the most popular age group. We had 5 full guys that played together, and they were the best ones out there.
So how was the game? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it's always fun to play hockey, and especially with all the guys that you know. You can enjoy yourselves, you can rib each other, and then you go in the locker room and everybody gets to poke fun even more at each other. So it's all about the experience. It has nothing to do with the score.
Well, it's been a great day. Thanks for taking the time, and thanks for being part of all this.
Thanks to East Niagara Post. They've done a great job with us today, so thank you.
Thanks. Talk about Hockey Day in Lockport. When you got to the arena, you and I got here at the same time, just having to pull them together. It was packed and hard to find a parking spot.
Yes, which is great. That's what we want. We want people in the building. We get to see, what Lockport has to offer. So I think that was a great start.
And then we walked in the door. There were people everywhere. Just before the Ted Darling unveiling, the banner, it was pretty packed in this place. There was not much room to move.
No, it was, it always helps when you have a guy like Rick Jenrette in the building. But I have to say, 3 months ago or 2 months ago, whatever it was, when Judge Bill Watson contacted me and asked me if we wanted to have the Express program be a part of the Hockey Day in Lockport. I don't think Bill or I expected it to be that busy. And so I have to say, Bill did a phenomenal job putting it together. All the items that were available for auction, all the companies and programs that he had in the lobby. He did a phenomenal job. It was packed all day, which is exactly what this rink needs. Keep them quiet, please.
Yeah, this your Lockport JV team over there, or varsity team. Quick question about tonight's, I guess you could call it a game.
Yeah.
How did you end up choosing who was playing who?
What I did was, once everybody got here about 6 o'clock, I wrote down the names, who were junior players, who were 18U players, and who were 15U players, and I made sure each team had a mix of both. I wanted it to be evenly matched. I didn't want one team skating all over the other team, and I think it was pretty close. Overall, I thought both teams skated pretty well. They had some fun, which was the idea behind it.
And now throw back to real hockey. You're on a kind of a break this week because of the holiday.
Yep.
Last week you did play a couple games. You had a shutout game.
Yep.
4-0 over Syracuse, and then Syracuse came back to win on Sunday. What can you tell us about those games?
Actually, 5-0 against Rock City.
Oh, Rock City, yes.
And then they came back to beat us on Sunday. Both days I thought we played well. Saturday we played extremely well. Sunday, I thought for 2 periods we outplayed them. We couldn't score. We were taking shots, hitting them in the head, hitting them in the toes, and we couldn't score. I think the shots in the 3rd period on Sunday were about 21-12, and we couldn't beat them. So credit to them; they came out with a win on Sunday. But I think we're playing the way we're supposed to be playing, and I think if we keep doing that, we'll start seeing the results.
I had Syracuse in the mind because I was going to ask you a question about the Syracuse Jersey Shore game. Syracuse beat Jersey Shore last weekend, had no penalties, and they skated them the whole time. Is that the secret to beating Jersey Shore? Stay out of the box.
All you have to do is look at the box score from our games in Jersey. You were there with us. Yep. You know, if you give them power play opportunities, they beat you. It's pretty simple. They score and then they get the momentum.
Both games that weekend were pretty close for Syracuse and Jersey. Not a lot of penalties. I think Syracuse took 8 minutes over the entire weekend.
Yeah. And then if you look at our games when we were in Jersey Friday and Sunday, the games were close. And the penalties were down in both games. If you look at Saturday, it's a blowout because they have more power play opportunities.
This upcoming weekend, you have a 3-game homestand against New York.
Yes.
New York is a pretty tough team. You've beaten them twice this season already. What do we look forward to with the Aviators?
Well, I think with the Aviators, you're going to get the same thing that we got when we were in Brooklyn. I mean, they play hard. They've got some skill up front. They've got a couple guys, Warwick and Backstrom up front, that put up a lot of points. And they had a goaltender at 6'7". You know, on the plus side for us, we beat them twice. We put up some pretty good numbers against them. So, you know, we play our game. I like our chances. I'm not, same as last year. I'm never afraid of any opponent.
All right. Well, good luck, and we'll see you Friday night.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Burf! How you doing, Burf?
Well, how are you?
Good, it's good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Good to be back in Lockport.
What are you doing these days?
I'm going to school out in Michigan, playing hockey, going to school. That's pretty much it right now. Just staying busy, staying out of trouble.
How's the team doing?
Good. We're 9-1, I believe. We're past few games we haven't been playing how we wanted to play. We're on a 2-game losing streak right now, but we have a big 4 games before our next Christmas break coming up, so we're looking to rebound from a rough patch here.
You just had a chance to watch a showcase kind of screw around game from the Express. Have you had a chance to see this year's team play for real?
Yeah, earlier in the year, I don't know what game it was of their season, but I saw them play Jersey Shore. I think
that was his first weekend, wasn't it? Oh, no, second.
It might have
been.
That was
the second weekend.
I think they ended up losing 5-2, but they're a fast team from what I saw, and they have a lot of skill up front.
Any semblance to what the team was last year? Or?
I think last year we were a lot bigger. The game, I mean, it's hard to compare our team last year to just one viewing this year. But I feel like there's a lot of similarities with our speed and how we play. I think they look pretty tough, and I feel like we had a tough team too last year.
Now, I know you were fined last year for your interview tactics. Now, do you plan on getting fined again this year?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out in the next few weeks.
All right, so Bacon wants to ask you questions now.
Oh, I do.
That's what you said. It's been that kind of day.
It has been that kind of day. So, how is life in Michigan?
It's good. At first it was tough living away from home, but once the season, I got acclimated to everything. It got a lot easier. I mean, getting a routine where you have hockey every day and going to class every day. Once you get in the routine, once I got in the routine, it made it much easier, and it's a good place to be right now.
I keep trying to follow you, and hopefully see some points from you. You got 6 points in.
Yeah, I believe it's. I'm not sure the exact number, but I believe it's around there.
6 points in 11 games or 12 games, something like that. Last night.
Yeah, but I know I'm 2 games short of how many games we played, so probably around there.
So, what kind of feeling did you have going back into the Cornerstone Arena, seeing it full of people?
It's pretty exciting. I mean, just driving here, you just brought back a lot of memories. Driving the rink every night, and really driving here, I was really thinking about our playoff series against Wilkes-Barre, and I just remember the drive coming. I mean, I still remember those games, just driving out here, and how pumped we all were, and how pumped the city was. It brings back a lot of memories being here.
So, I was going to say, all right, so this year, Wilkes-Barre, kind of a shell of what they used to be, but Rock City has gotten huge. Not that Rock City needed anything more to use against Lockport, but do you think that Rock City being a bigger and faster team kind of enhances the rivalry, or does it not need enhancing? Or
I think you can either say it doesn't need enhancing or it does enhance, because I feel like last year was a bigger, stronger team.
Yeah.
So I think maybe them being a bigger, stronger team this year, that kind of evens it out and kind of we're maybe Lockport. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not around the team as much, but maybe they're receiving a little bit what we gave Rochester last year, which kind of makes them a little more fired up about the rivalry as well.
I can tell you in the first series with Rock City here at home, it looked like the players that were left behind from Rock City, which is not a lot of them, remembered what you guys did last year.
Yeah.
And it was a scrappy little series.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a big part of it. I'm not sure how many returning guys, but they have a lot more returning guys than Lockport. I mean, that just only enhances the rivalry between two teams.
So go ahead.
They're definitely a different team this year than they were last year. After the coaching change here in Rock City, they seem to play less smash mouth and more finesse.
Yeah, I know last year when they had I forgot his name, but I know early on in the year they were just out there head hunting and looking for the big hits. They weren't really playing hockey. I know a couple games early on we were at NU, got pretty ugly, and it was they were a tough team to play against just because they didn't really play hockey.
Well, Burf, it was good to see you.
You too, George.
Thanks for sitting down.
Welcome.
And you're going to be the cornerstone, pun intended, of what we call a pretty good episode coming up. So
sounds good.
Thanks, Burf, and thanks for taking the time.
Awesome, I appreciate it.
Good
Great
to see
seeing you. See you soon.
And thanks for helping the timekeepers bunch
Yeah,
tonight.
no problem.
Yeah, DJ Mixmaster Burf playing Bon Jovi in Buffalo.
I'm coming for you, Arbsy.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful. I did get that.
Good.